Hi folks, we're Travel with Johnny and Will, and we're supposed to be on a cruise right now, but instead we're sitting at home. We have booked a cruise with Marella, and basically it was going to be on the ship Marella Discovery 2, which was to leave from Malaga on the 7th of November, but it didn't go.
Oh.
Basically we were to leave from Malaga, the port of Malaga, and we were going to do the Spanish Flavors Cruise, which visited Palamos, Valencia, Palma, Gibraltar and Cartagena, if I pronounced that right.
So we booked this cruise because we've never been on Marella's Discovery class ships. There's a few ports we haven't visited before, and Discovery 2 is having a cabin refurbishment, so we booked a standard balcony cabin.
So on Friday the 1st of November, we received an email from Marella that afternoon at around 2 p.m. notifying us that our cruise was cancelled. This was just 6 days before we were due to leave.
In this email, Marella informed us that you may already be aware that Marella Discovery 2 is currently undergoing some maintenance in Cadiz. Unfortunately, due to the extreme weather conditions in southern Spain, which you'll have seen in the news, we've had to pause some of the necessary work and extend our maintenance period. Sadly, this means that we've made the difficult decision to cancel your cruise. While the situation is beyond our control, we appreciate how disappointing this news will be.
I read this email and I was actually sitting in the car waiting outside the barber shop because Will was in getting his hair cut, and I was basically, we were waiting then to go to the airport to pick up friends. So at first this news didn't really sink in. It didn't really have a chance to. All I sort of seen in the email was, our cruise is cancelled. We totally understand the reasons for this, as we have been watching the situation in southern Spain unfold, and it's obviously been so sad that so many people have lost their lives there.
So we felt our heads were in a bit of a spin, trying to think about what we should do in this situation. So Marella is an all-inclusive cruise line, which includes flights, tips and drinks. However, as we live in Northern Ireland, we often find that there is no flight options available at certain times of the year.
Yes, and this was actually the case for us for this cruise. In order to go on Discovery 2, we had to book cruise only with our travel agent, and then we had to book our flights separately. So we were then starting to think, my goodness, we're going to lose over £500 that we had paid then for our flights.
We know we are lucky as Johnny runs his own business and I have a flexible employer, so was able to change my leave dates, but we realised that's not as easy for everyone else.
Yeah. We had actually been chatting to someone else who was due to be on the same cruise, and they actually helped us realise two other issues of how it impacted them.
For example, currency. We personally don't take local currency with us, as we often just use a debit or a credit card, so we end up bringing more of that currency just back home with us. Yeah. Quite often when you purchase currency, the provider will buy it back, but it's at a lesser rate, which means there's a possibility of then losing out and losing money.
Also, insurance. We have an annual policy which thankfully auto-renews, otherwise we would probably forget to do it. But if you had bought a policy for the duration of this cruise holiday only, basically that also could be money you've just wasted. We did get in touch with someone who was in that situation, that had purchased their insurance for this one cruise holiday, and actually they were telling us that for their elderly father it was really expensive, and again they first thought that actually the compensation that the cruise line would be offering wouldn't even cover the money lost on insurance alone. Thankfully though, they got in touch with their insurance company, and they have allowed the policy to be extended to cover basically a 7-night cruise anytime up until August next year.
So Marella have stated that we could have a full refund plus £100 per person compensation, and this refund could take up to 14 days. Or that we could rebook another cruise and get £200 off per person, but we would be required to book this before the 18th of November. If the new holiday is cheaper than our original, after the £200 per person reduction is applied, we would automatically be refunded the difference.
So if you find yourself in a situation like we have, this is sort of what we would advise, or sort of tips to help you deal with this. Take the time to process the information about the cancellation. That may sound stupid, but at first I actually read the letter wrong. All I just sort of seen was cruise cancelled and my head went into a spin.
Make a note of personal things you would need to change. For us it was our work leave, pre-cruise hotel stay, dog minder, flights, and airport parking.
Take the time basically to research what else is out there or what other cruises are available based on what you want to do and basically what's important to you. And we've been really grateful to all the messages that we've been getting on our social media and comments on our social media about options that would be available, you know, and people are contacting us saying, yeah, I've booked this cruise, come on this cruise with us. And we've even had someone inviting us to Southern California to show us around. So that's been really great.
So work out what is mathematically a better deal, whether it is to cancel and rebook or simply to do a cruise change. Your travel agent should be able to help with this. We use Dan from Go Cruise and Travel, who's been a great help to us.
So what did we do? Okay, so basically, as we had booked a cruise-only fare with our travel agent, it was basically best for us to ask for a full refund and take the option of compensation. We really wanted to do this itinerary and this ship, so whenever we looked at this cruise at another date, basically it was actually less money than what we'd originally paid. So in this case, we were able to actually book a deluxe balcony cabin for less than we initially paid for a standard balcony.
We would also have to pay an additional £222 with the airline to change our flights. So it made sense for us to pay the difference in the cruise fare and the compensation to pay for this.
Yeah, nightmare EasyJet. So now we've taken a risk. We do not know whether the future cruises or if any of the future cruises will be cancelled, as there's been a pause in those refurbishment works. But we have now booked a similar itinerary leaving in just 2 weeks' time after the original date that we had booked.
On the exact same ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might be silly making this choice, booking something so soon, but we do hope that it pays off and it was worth taking a chance.
So, do you think we've done the right thing?
What would you have done? Let us know in the comments below.
Well, hopefully if all goes according to plan, we will be cruising on Marella Discovery 2, and we plan to bring you daily vlogs as well as a look in all those new refurbished cabins. So please do hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be alerted the next time we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye.